and a warm welcome. You're watching Auto Today, India's finest auto show right here on India Today. Let's take a look in this episode, all the action that we have been able to pack. Let's get cracking. On the show this week, Audi's nail-biting fast RS7, Suzuki's premium scooter entrant, and we travel the jungle trails of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala on a mojo. Here we go. Launched in India about a couple of months ago and launched in the international market 1.5 years ago. And since then, this car has been creating quite a storm because the suited, booted city dwellers love the sheer power that they can get wearing a suit inside this car. Abik and I experienced firsthand the Audi RS7. Abik experiences the RS7.
Audi's pavilion at the 2016 Auto Expo had the RS7 Performance Edition, a car that promised to be an even more powerful version of an already manic beast, with power figures rivaling the flagship R8 supercar. These were mega figures for what is effectively a four-door saloon. In its place is Sportback, and even if it makes us yearn for the souped-up version, what we have here is no slouch. 560 thoroughbred angry horses and 700 Newton meters of torque available from a burbling 1,750 revs to a growling 5,500 revs. That's the Audi RS7 Sportback for you.
A few weeks ago we showed you the Audi RS6 Avant, and what a fabulous car it is. Stupendously fast with its monstrous V8 engine. It can even keep up with supercars, give them a run for its money, and at the same time prove to be a very practical daily drive. But its Achilles heel was really its body shape. Estates have never really worked in India, but what if you wanted all of what it had to offer in a sedan's body shape? Well, Audi's got a solution for you, the RS7 Sportback.
The RS7 packs all the muscle and might of the twin-turbo V8 engine that sends it rocketing towards the horizon at breakneck speeds. The brutal acceleration clocks in at a meager 3.9 seconds to 100 kilometers an hour from a standstill, complete with the furious sound of the 8-cylinder machine gun under the bonnet. Corners are handled equally ferociously as Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system keeps a check on grip levels, ensuring that every single ounce of rubber on the tyre is put to full use. You can feel the weight of the car while cornering, but oodles of grip combined with the grunty engine accelerates the RS7 out of corners relentlessly. Although the optional sport suspensions are set very stiff, making for an uncomfortable ride over bumps, we'd recommend you to stick to the standard air suspensions. The driver's seat is definitely where you'd want to be, but in a car as classy and gorgeous as the RS7 Sportback, even the back seat isn't a bad place.
Rear seats of sports cars are usually cramped, but given a car like this, which is so classy, you wouldn't really mind being driven around once in a while. Now, I'm sitting in the rear seat obviously with ample legroom and good support all around. Now, these are the optional sports seats. I am missing a little bit of under-thigh support, but that's alright. Got a couple of cubby holes here, a center armrest, which also has a little bit of a storage space. Here's the medical kit. I've also got dual zone climate control here. I can individually set temperatures of the air conditioning. Also charge my phone through this 12-volt charger, and I've got a cigarette lighter.
Audi also packs the RS7 with a thumping Bang & Olufsen surround system with a set of cool tweeters that artistically rise out of the dashboard. A TFT screen displays Audi's MMI system that makes you control various car settings and connectivity options. Even the meter console shows a TFT that shows you where you're headed, the radio station, phone information and an electronic speedometer. And there's a generous 535 litres of boot space at the back to pack away for those long weekend drives. It's been 2 years since the RS7's global debut, yet the coupe body style with a fastback rear design still undoubtedly looks fabulous. LED headlamps and tail lamps add an aggressive character to the looks, and a touch of sportiness comes from the retractable spoiler. Then there are the gorgeous 21-inch optional wheels. The car measures over 5 meters in length, so the proportions are substantial. But every curve, crease and bulge emanates class, luxury and most importantly, power.
Now, Suzuki has had its fair bit of success with the Suzuki Access 125. So, whenever a company starts tasting success, what do people do? They sit in a boardroom and they decide that we need to improvise further, we need to do more. So, what did guys in Suzuki do? They sat at the drawing board, threw a little bit of retro feel and launched the all-new Suzuki Access 125. Can you imagine? They changed everything else but the name.
Seeing the major rise in popularity of premium funky-looking scooters like the Vespas and the Facinos in our country, Suzuki has gone about introducing one of their own. Access 125 is a natural evolution of the older model, updating its looks, but what is surprising is that it's still being sold alongside the older Access 125.
Well, what we have to test here today is Suzuki's Access 125, their brand new entrant into the premium scooter segment. Now, the old Access 125 was definitely a crowd favorite for the firm, and the new one has some mighty shoes to fill and aims to step it up in a big way. Well, until a side-by-side compare can happen, we have the new one here. Let's take her out, let's see how she performs, and then see how she gets along.
As you walk towards the scooter, you really do notice how premium Suzuki wanted this new Access to be. The excellent fit finish coupled to the chrome garnishing really does look and feel premium. Changes over the old model include the frame and the engine, while you also get optional disc brakes and alloys.
Well, apart from the looks, one of the most important changes happens to be the 10 kgs of weight savings, 60% of which is concentrated right here in the engine, which thanks to different internals gets a bump in power and torque figures and even a claimed fuel efficiency of 64 kilometers per litre. Well, let's get out there, let's see how those changes add up.
The engine for the all-new Access 125, as it's now called, has revised internals, and although displacement has remained the same at 125cc, the new scooter does get a bump in power and torque. Fuel efficiency is claimed to be 64 kilometers per litre, thanks to it being lighter, having a higher compression and made with less frictional materials. All part of Suzuki Eco Performance or SEP philosophy. The overall handling and the comfort of the all-new Access has also improved. The front gets a telescopic front suspension and a single shock rear swing arm. Riding in the city, you notice that the scooter is easy to maneuver. The front just glides over bumps while the rear is slightly stiff. Also aiding comfort is a new seat which Suzuki has given. It holds you in place but also keeps the rider's rear out of agony after reaching their destination. The new Access get two hooks in the footwheel, a bottle holder in the front and a 21-litre under-seat storage space, which gets a mobile charging socket as an option. The brand new instrument cluster is also a welcome change. It looks simple but smart and gets a multi-information display which shows the odometer, digital fuel gauge and true trip function. Suzuki has made the new scooter for the young executive of the new era, and the bike pulls that image off very well. The young executive who wants to work, party and chill, the Access 125 can easily do those things as his or her companion.
Well, we've tested the Access 125 in the city and we've just come back to the office for our verdict. All in all, the Access 125 is a fun, comfortable little number which retains the charm of the old one with added premiumness and power. If I had to have one gripe, it'd probably be the bump in power and torque not having any extra oomph or on-road performance as such, and ends up feeling a little lethargic as compared to its rivals. But nevertheless, we wait to test it out with its rivals and see how it gets along then. Until then, we'll be seeing you shortly. Stay tuned.
Now, in a previous episode, we showed you what this stallion, our big stallion, the Mahindra Mojo, was capable of doing when we took it on the highway to Chandigarh. In this episode, we head down south and Karan Mathur tells you whether this homegrown sports tourer is any fun or not.
After our Mojo ride through Chandigarh, the bike has been doing rounds within the city, but something told us that we still hadn't quite explored the true potential of this highway warrior.
Well, about a month back, you guys would remember that the Mahindra Tribe Trails took us from Delhi to Chandigarh and back. Our minds weren't satisfied at all, and neither was Mahindra's. So we decided to head down south and into the jungles of Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mahindra Mojo Jungle Trail.
When Mahindra called to ask if he would like to join them for the trip, we jumped at the chance to give Mojo a chance to stretch its legs again. Four days through jungle trails of 3 states, covering over 1,000 kilometers with a group of 20 fun riders. Count us in. We couldn't wait, and on the day, couldn't even get any sleep. After reaching Bangalore, we rounded up a group of 25 Mojo riders and hit the highway, navigating heavy traffic towards the first destination on our list. Chikmagaluru, the land of coffee. Eagle Eye Resorts was our destination for the night as we stopped for a quick shut-eye. We woke to a beautiful morning scene before grabbing our gear and heading out towards Madikeri. Day 2 and Madikeri gave us our first taste of the twisties. Snaking roads from Chikmagaluru to Coorg consistently surprised us and kept becoming even more fun to ride on. Day 3 saw us riding across 3 states to get to our destination in Masinaguddi, Kerala. We were now in Tamil Nadu.
Well, after Coorg, we've come to the beautiful Madumalai Wildlife Resort. We're in Masangudi, where day 3 of the Mahindra Mojo Jungle Trail culminated. As the journey continues, we'll be heading back to Bangalore and hope you enjoy the rest of the journey. Enjoy.
We entered the jungles proper as we followed a path full of towering trees and greenery. We were loving every bit of it. Day 4, and it's time to bid adieu to the tribe. From here, it was back to Bangalore and back to our daily lives. This 4-day ride has been exceptional, and we are sure that the tribe will be back together for another adventure.
Time for a short break here on Auto Today, but lots more news and updates lined up on the other side.